Hi everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot Shop. I'm here today to do a pick a card, and the pick a card subject is what you did not see coming with your person. So when I say your person, it's whoever you're thinking about when you saw the, the video, the title below. That could be a parent, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker, it could be a lover, it could be anybody, right? Whoever you got in your mind. Significant other, what you did not see coming. So I'm going to be using the Alice in Wonderland Oracle, and I will be reading from the book. It's how I'm going to get my message. Often when I'm reading the text, something pops, even if it feels like it's in a reversal type of way. It's hard to say how it'll come, but I'm going to be reading. I might not be reading all of it, but I'm going to be reading till I find the answer to what is going to happen here. But remember, this is what you did not see coming, for good or bad. I cannot, say how it's going to go one way or the other here, but I'm being guided to do it very strongly. I'm not sure exactly why, but I'm following the guidance. Like, it keeps popping in my head, and I'm like, and they're like, yes, so I'm going to do it. Focus on the blue calcite, clear quartz is your focal points, and I think this is Himalayan salt. I almost said something completely different. I don't even know what was going to come out of my mouth there. It started with an H, but it wasn't the salt. What? Okay, so I'm focusing on the blue calcite in this moment. What you don't see coming with your person, and that person is whoever you're thinking about when you clicked on this video. What you don't see coming with this person. Ooh, that one really wanted to come out. The clear quartz that you don't see coming with your person. Ooh, they got a lot to say. The salt, what you don't, oh, there it is already, what you don't see coming. I wasn't going to look at the undercurrent, but they told me to go ahead and look. They want me to look at both. Both of these are the same color. And actually, this one is the one that's on the cover, which is interesting to me. When I pull a card that is on the cover, it feels like... So I'm going to show you what they are. First one in the undercurrent is impossible things. Working through disbelief. Imaginative leaps, fresh perspective. So this can be a message for everyone through this whole reading. And that's number 34, which is 7. And this one's 11. So 7, 11, and there's also 9 together. But this one is changed in the night. You have changed quickly. So for everyone that is in this reading, who has clicked on this reading, there could be, it may feel like impossible. Like maybe there's something about your relationship with this person, because that's what this is about. This is about what you don't see coming with this person, whether it's a parent. Usually when you click on these types of readings, there's a difficulty, right? So it's whatever difficulty you've been having, maybe there's miscommunication, maybe there's a communication issue, maybe your person is having personal issues in their life, maybe they're ill, maybe there's just, I don't know what it could be, but there's something here that may have seemed impossible. This is like an impossible thing. You may be exasperated in a frustrated way. You may be losing faith if that person is ill or needs help, There's something that has just been like, oh my gosh, this feels impossible. I can't believe this, just exasperated feeling. And it's saying there's going to be a new, fresh perspective, and there is going to be a quick change. It's like almost like an overnight. And I know that can kind of sound like, oh my God, yeah, right, overnight. But it's going to maybe feel that way to you. It's going to maybe something that has been really frustrating, really exasperating. Yeah, and it's funny because I wasn't going to do the undercurrent. I was resistant to do it. I have to say, I was kind of resistant to doing this whole reading. And I kept getting the prompt to do it. And I'm like, and they're like, yes, do it. And I think I said that in the beginning. And I wasn't going to do an undercurrent because I thought, what's, going to be more specific this way. And they were like, no, and not only the undercurrent, but then the one underneath it. And that happened to be the first part of the cover. I mean, it is the same picture on the cover of the book. So it's like front cover. It would almost be newsworthy, kind of, you know what I mean? Like front page, I don't know. This is very, very odd. So, yeah. This is definitely meant for someone. So if you pick the blue calcite, what you did not see coming with your person. And it says, do not drink poison. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. It was in reverse. I'm going to kind of fill it out. I want to put these up here. So this is the blue calcite, people. Do not drink poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. And it is number 8. So it can be, if this person has an obsession, if they drink, this gives me an alcoholic. I actually had just heard somebody say alcohol is a poison. Now this was an older person, and they said you're poisoning yourself when you, and it was a conversation I just heard the other day. Now I'm not saying that's my personal opinion, but it was funny because it brought me back to that, and the person that said it was really old. So I feel like you deserve to treat yourself well. You deserve to inhibit what is not good for you. You do not need to try what is bad for you to know what it is not for you. So when this card comes, Wonderland is advising you to no longer do what is not your best interest. So what's you do not see coming with this person? It's a pretty quick message here that they're going to not do what's not, they're no longer going to do what's, I mean, it could be like they've been doing something that's glaringly obvious, like smoking. Maybe you want your partner to quit smoking and they haven't been able to. All of a sudden, impossible, what may seem impossible about that, I'm going to use smoking as a, you know, just that, or drinking, or spending money. Maybe there's some obsessive type of thing that has been poisoning them, you know, financially or physically, or, and, you know, emotionally or mentally. They've been kind of abusing themselves, doing the same thing over and over, and they're going to not do it. No longer what is not in your best interest. You have a habit or two that could do well to let go of. You have people in your life that keep giving you time and space to, despite knowing you will suffer afterwards, that you will again be upset and disturbed by their harshness, their unkindness. Poison does not only come in bottles, it comes in the form of others who hurt us, deliberately or without even their knowledge. So they also may be somebody that you're connected to, that may be connected to someone that is harsh with them, that keeps hurting them repeatedly, and they can't let go of that cycle, and it hurts you to see them. So maybe this is a sibling or a coworker or a friend that is with an abusive partner or something, and that person is going to let that, you know, let that go. Or maybe you're with us, you know, you love someone and they are in a, you know, karmic relationship, and that karmic is hurting them and they can't let go of it. There's something that is not good for them that they're going to just simply let go of. And I think these are going to overrule every single thing. We may hear my dog bark, and maybe just a little bit of disruption. If there is, I'm just going to be quiet because I don't want to let this reading go. I want to finish it to its, and I almost kind of felt like I was going to be interrupted here. So, yeah. Let's do the clear quartz. So that is the message. They're doing something one way or the other. Somehow they're connected to something that's poisoning them, you know, in any of those areas, physically, emotionally, mentally, and they're going to let it go. Whether it be, you know, a habit or a person or something, your loved one, whoever you're thinking about, is going to let go of something that isn't serving them. Clear quartz. Such a curious dream. Grounding, returning to reality, coming home. So coming home instantly tells me if this person has been separated from you, they may come back. Like if you're divorced, this person may come home. If they're traveling or they're away from a distance, they're going to come home. Maybe quicker than, this may even not, I don't even know if this is such a harsher, this felt pretty harsh. Not pretty harsh, but it felt more harsh than this. This may just be somebody that works away and you're not expecting them, or somebody that is in the reserves, or in, you know, in something like that where you don't know that they're going to come home. They're going to come home and surprise you, I feel. You may think it's impossible to see them so quickly because you thought, well, they'd be deployed for years somewhere, or they're doing a job overseas somewhere or something, and you don't expect to see them. You know, you're kind of curious about when you could ever see them again. And I'm really drawn to the fact that it says they're coming home. So I just feel like this is somebody that is in a situation like that, and they're coming back to you. We often have remarkable moments, just as Alice does when she begins her journey by following the white rabbit. But just as we follow the dream, We must also return to every day. In this card, at this moment, you are being asked to return to what many people might consider ordinary. You must take care of yourself. Eat well, go home, be grounded, and take care of what must be taken care of. The ordinary and yet blessed responsibilities within our lives. There is still great magic in this, especially after journeying through our own wonderland and knowing true enchantment. So they're going to be more grounded at the very least. I feel like there's going to be a more grounded, reality-based interaction with this person, where maybe they have been on like a cloud nine, maybe they've been having their own impossible dream, and it's taken their focus away from your relationship or your energies. They become more grounded and centered. They complete a task, and they're able to give you their focus more where you thought that was going to be impossible. And the first one that I felt, where they may be away from you for whatever reason, I don't feel like it's a reason of it could be divorce or something like that, but it felt more like they were traveling, or they were in a job or a situation where they were stationed away from you. You weren't able to see them other than maybe the internet or through technology. So you're going to have a more physical based, I can see you, touch you, feel you, talk to you now, with your full attention in whatever way that comes for you. Okay, so that's this one. It's number 45. The numbers can be important, 4 and 5, or number 9, obviously, or 45. All the numbers are important. This one was 8. So if you pick the salt, I'm going to say salt, Himalayan, I think that's what it's called, salt, or what you don't, what your person is going to do. Look closely, ask questions, think before acting. Investigate. What you don't see coming with your person, investigate. Look closely, ask questions. I like to kind of see like my first impression. Oh, okay. They're going to think, they're going to be more, this person may have had an energy where they seemed self-absorbed a little bit, okay? They may have seemed self-absorbed. They may have not ever asked you how you were feeling as much as you'd like. They may not have ever said, and they, like, when they were making decisions, they may have just went ahead and made decisions. They're going to look more closely at what your wants are. They're going to ask questions and be more engaged with your energy to include it in decision making and what they're going to do in regards to your interaction and your connection. And they're going to think more before they just take action. So this has like a Knight of Swords type of feeling, where this person's interaction with you may have been very ungrounded. It may have been very curt. It may have felt very just devoid of emotion. And they're going to be more engaged. This doesn't say emotion, but I feel like you were dealing with somebody that was, again, to your eyes, may have felt self-absorbed and unemotional and just really making choices and decisions about your relationship or your interaction based on their own needs and wants, and never really engaged in your, your energy. So they're going to become more involved in getting to know you, getting to share their emotions more with you in that way. But I'm going to read a little bit of that, but that's the message that I'm getting intuitively, and I like to just get my first hit on that. What I feel is coming through from Spirit for you guys. And it says, too many people blindly follow others, and in many situations we can find it easier to go with the flow, to trust in other people, and even follow orders. But Alice does not do this, not until she has thought it through herself. She may be impetuous, adventurous, and curious, but she's also sensible, cautious, and inquiring. Alice remembers the good, common sense advice, and she has learned through hearing stories of others from mishaps, and right now you must be like Alice. This person could have been a little bit irresponsible too, and left things for you to pick up, and now they're going to be more responsible with their own lives as well. I just felt like this person was kind of just could be very harsh, could be very emotionally or be appearing that way to you. It may have been coming across that way to you, but it wasn't really their intention, and they're going to stop be more mindful, be more engaged in your needs and wants, be more communicative, and I'm hearing even better listener. Like they're really listening. I feel like they were present and you were talking and they weren't really absorbing what was being said. So they're going to be a better listener. They're going to be more engaged in your needs and wants, really of hearing what you have said. So if you tell this person, oh, I really like chocolate cake for my birthday. And before they would, either forget your birthday, they wouldn't acknowledge your birthday, or they would get you white cake with pink icing, and you like chocolate on chocolate. Now they're going to get that you like chocolate on chocolate, and they're going to bring it to you, and they're going to sing you happy birthday. They're going to be more engaged in the minute details of the things that you enjoy and like. That's the feeling I'm getting with this one, okay? So all of these are going to seem like a very quick change out of something that was impossible. So it may have been an irritant with this person, these people in these situations where they were doing something that hurt themselves, that was toxic to them, that you just kind of, you would even give them space to, to deal with, to figure it out, and then it would just repeat itself, a cycle. This one, I feel like somebody is at a distance, and you may feel it's impossible to see them anytime soon. They're going to come back and perhaps surprise you, or come back faster than you know. And if it's not a physical distance, this has been an emotional distance, and they're more present with you. And again, I don't feel it was to the degree of this one either. I feel this one was a much softer situation, but still upsetting to you because you weren't able to be in, proximity to that person, to be able to touch them and see them and engage with them, physically or emotionally like you would have liked to. So this person, I feel, is going to become more engaged with you and the things that you want and need, and they're listening. They're going to be more active listener. And these are things that, like I said, for all of these, there's going to be a change in the night. You have changed quickly, and it may have felt impossible, like this is going to be an impossible thing to happen. Spirit is saying, no, it's going to happen. Keep the faith, right? Keep the faith. So I love how that came out. This must have been a much needed message for people. Yeah, and I may be doing these again, and all right, I will talk to everyone soon. Angel blessings and oceans of love.